Hello.
Hello.
Where are we? Week 3?
Yeah, I'm 3.5 weeks now.
And how's it going?
I'm doing okay. This past week, I think I've had more energy than I've had before. Mostly because I have been getting a few more calories in. I've completely stopped drinking protein drinks. I'm really trying to do all my protein throughout my meals. And I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't really had any problems. So yeah, I feel good.
Cool.
What's your news?
I start my liquid diet tomorrow because my surgery date is October 21st. I had my EGD on Friday. Everything looks good. I do have a, what did you say, 1 centimeter hernia or something like that? It's something really small. He said it's not a problem. I didn't. Things you learn about yourself. I didn't know that was a thing I had. I have a whole bunch of appointments in the future. I don't know. Yeah, pretty good. Like I said, I, on the other hand, am drinking a whole bunch of protein shakes.
And we'll be even drinking.
And we'll be even drinking more. I have to go pick up some more with this liquid diet. What am I allowed to have? One regular meal a day, but 500 calories or something like that.
So it's not really a liquid diet, it's a liver shrinking diet. So he's got to be mostly on protein shakes throughout most of the day, and then he gets one meal that he can have 4 ounces of meat and like an ounce of starch, and then he can have all the unlimited raw veggies he wants, but he can only have about a cup of cooked veggies and like one dairy. Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
No, I actually did. When Megan had hers, I jumped on hers. We just had like a potato and a piece of ham in the evening. You think you could do that again or no?
It would be very difficult for me to do so.
Probably the potato.
The potato, and I also cannot stand those protein drinks anymore.
No. I'm not talking about the protein. I'm talking about the dinner where we would sit down and have a potato and a piece of ham.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
You think you might be able to do that? Okay, maybe we'll do that again because we were doing that pretty much every night. That worked out pretty good. So, anyway, so that's where we're at. I'm doing a countdown thing. Again, I'm getting the duodenal switch with biliopancreatic diversion. The DS. That's what that thing's called. Yes, in hopes to put my diabetes in remission, which when I started, I was just on one pill, metformin. And over the course of 6 years, I ended up with a big bag of a whole bunch of them and just about on the verge of doing insulin. But the closest I got to insulin was the Bioderm, I think. Bioderm. I didn't like that one. I'd get little things on my stomach, so I stopped doing that. But that was only a once a week shot. I don't think it was insulin, but it was a. But
you didn't do it for long.
No, I didn't do it very long. I hated it so much. So most of all of my diabetes meds were all oral. But was it back in June and July? I was able to get my blood sugars down to not taking anything. But over the course of the month, my blood sugar numbers kept on creeping up, even without changing my diet or anything. It's just how the body works, I think. A lot of my drugs had already been out of my system, so I started having to reintroduce the diabetic drugs, the metformin, and now I'm on to the glyburide portion. I haven't gotten all the way up to the Januvia. That was the other one. I was taking 3. But I am doing metformin and glyburide because when my blood sugar numbers creep into the mid 200s, that's when it's like, oh, okay, I better take something else. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm hoping that I won't have to take anything after the surgery. That'd be cool. But, if of anything, maybe it'll help me manage all that stuff and still avoid insulin and all that stuff. We'll see. That's the goal.
For me, I'm probably in the stall right now, but I don't have a very good scale to be able to tell that kind of information. But it is a real thing, 3-week stall. So it wasn't anything that was catching me by surprise, thankfully, that I had forewarning on that. So that's why I'm imparting that wisdom onto others, is because it's a real thing. So when your body starts to realize that, like, you're not getting the nutrients that you need, and so it starts holding on to stuff to see, because it's where you're in starvation mode. So 3-week stall is real, and I'm probably in the midst of it right now, but I won't know until my next appointment, which is October 24th, because we don't really have a good scale to figure out what's going on.
Well, I've been risking the scale, and I'm 310.
You think? Our scale sucks.
I think I did gain a little bit from my EGD, having all the fluids and stuff. Every time I've had any surgeries or any of that stuff, I gain a little bit from the fluids and anesthesia and all that stuff. At least I noticed that with my arm when I had arm surgery. Same thing happened, but I'm at the goal weight that they wanted for my surgery, so I'm happy about that. I'll keep that up. So, anything else to add?
That's it.
All right, that's where we're at. Week 3. Should I say week 3 or week 3.5? Aren't we a little late?
It's week 3.5 because
3.5.
Wednesday is my week 4.
So maybe we'll say 3.5. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.